Welcome everyone to my 10 p.m. show. Honestly, I haven't come up with a title for it yet, right? If you have any suggestions, any ideas, feel free to do it. Hi, my name is BK. Those of you who are friends already, obviously, you know I'm BK, right? But if you are not, because I set this live stream to be public, if you want to add me as a friend, you can do that on the caption here. So facebook.com/boon So all my friends call me BK, at least now, current time friends. But some of my friends from earlier days, they will know me as Boon Kui. The reason why it's been shortened to BK is because I'm not sure why. I think the more common version of this Chinese name is Boon Hui, which is with a Hwee. So all my adult life, actually not even just adult life, most of my life, whenever I introduce myself, I mean that's normal, right? When people, you meet somebody new and introduce each other, I've always introduced myself. I say, hey, I'm Boon Kui, and probably it's my pronunciation not very clear, but typically the reaction I get back from the other person, yeah, hi Boon Hui, and then I got to correct them, and after many years of having to correct people, it kind of got a bit tiring. So it shortened, and everybody calls me BK anyway. So if you can remember Burger King, you can remember my name, right? That's not difficult. That's one of the easy part about it. So welcome to this time that I hop on every day at 10 p.m. And if you have been following us from day one, and if you can see here, now we are on day number 6. This is part of a 100-day challenge. I just hopped on over from another 2 hours of actually not really live stream, but team hangouts with my team, and then we kind of do this every Sunday. When we do it at 8 p.m. for Mandarin, and then we do it at 9 p.m. for English. So I just finished that part, and I'm over here. So I think I'm late by a few minutes. I'm sorry about that. I do like to be on time. I do like to, in fact, one of my team members actually gave a comment that I noticed that BK is always on time. I think it is just a good way of respecting other people. So I try to. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that I'm always on time, but I think that's a good trait that I've always tried to do, because I want to respect the other person's time. In fact, when I met up with a friend the other day, and then she told me about a concept that also is very interesting. It's this concept called German punctual. Okay, so she said, hey, you are German punctual. I said, what's that? Oh, in Germany, the concept of punctuality is if you arrive on time, you are late. Even more challenging. So if you arrive on time, you are technically late. So for them, being on time means being there 15 minutes before the appointed meeting time. I think if everybody does that, is remarkable practice, really remarkable. I think in essence, this is this concept that you really respect each other's time and so on. The other day I was listening to an Audible, and we can always make more money, or we can always make back the money we lose. But the time that we lose, we can't get it back, right? That's the unfortunate thing, right? So money can always be made back, right? You can be your business may fail today, you're broke today, but if you make a decision, conscious effort to make a comeback, you can. But time is something that cannot be made back. So when people give you the time of day, when people spend time with you, I think that is probably the biggest gift they can give to you, right? So that is, I think that's how I see it anyway. So whether you are watching this live or on replay, or whether you're even watching, if you obviously hear what I'm saying, you are watching this, I thank you very much. The concept behind this practice was actually giving myself a 100-day challenge. And just now, another friend of mine asked, so why are you doing this? I said, well, for starters, or really the most important reason is really just to give myself that challenge. And I also have found that over the past couple of days, I think the biggest benefit has been personal introspection, personal reflection, and personal growth, right? Even though it's only been 6 days, this is day number 6, right? I've benefited already, the sense of discipline, the sense of the fact that I do get feedback from people who tells me that they have learned something from the things I share. It has actually been quite satisfying. So I would encourage you, I mean, whatever arena you are in, whether you are in sales or not sales, or whatever arena you're in, consider doing this, consider doing a live program for your business or your company. Now, obviously for me right now, this is more like a personal challenge. So that's not really the intention, but it has already been beneficial. I've been learning things about myself, right? Things about myself that I've done. And I also find that because of the fact that I commit to doing a live stream and coming on every night at 10 p.m. and knowing that I need to come up with content, right? I also find that I'm more aware or more conscious of the things that I'm reading, listening, watching, or consuming, so that I can find something to share with everyone, right? So yesterday's episode, I must really apologize because I think I also came from a long session, and I think I was really rambling yesterday, more than the first day. First day was just to hit live, but I didn't ramble as much. But I think yesterday was super rambling. I'm so sorry about that. If you were watching yesterday, I think it was a train wreck show. But hey, this whole thing is about showing up. So that got me to be introspective and started thinking about, and I think that is really the challenge for me, perhaps, to really flesh out over the next couple of episodes what exactly I want to do, right? So one of the things I want to share with you, because you guys are on the journey with me as I do this program, and if you do join me on this 100 days, I sincerely thank you. And if those of my friends who have been giving comments, I again sincerely thank you for all the comments. Every one of them I will read and I will comment. And if you have any feedback, suggestions, obviously I will also welcome them. So please do, So that yesterday's train wreck of a show prompted me to do a bit of introspection, and I think I have an idea of what I want to do. So perhaps, and I wrote it down today, right? Perhaps some of the things I want to talk about is it kind of came from an inspiration from, the American way of when they get married, they have a certain saying, something borrowed, something blue, something whatever, right? Something old, something new. So that could be probably something along the lines of that for the show that I'm doing here. I'm thinking of like a segment that is about something that inspired me, something that I experienced for the day, because again, I think this is a very nice visual or video diary for myself, something that I've done today, and then also something that I learned today. So that could be a very basic framework of what I talk about every day, or every of these remaining 94 days. My math is like going out the window. So 94 days left. So I really like this little graphic here. See, it's hard to press it's hard to point to the right thing. Okay, so day number 6. This is day number 6. And so there will be another 94 days to go. So something inspired, something experienced, something done, and then something learned. It might not exactly be like that, but I think that could be a very rough framework that I have. So as I was doing that, I came across, or I revisited one of the very good video that that I watched a few times. But yesterday when I watched it, it inspired me again, and it was a video about it's called the best marketing strategy by Steve Jobs. It's quite an old video, but it's basically when he addressed a group of I think his company and investors and a group of developers as well, where he walks them through a new ad campaign that he did that I think was amazing. It was the Think Different campaign. And if you have not seen it before, you can watch it. Please do watch it. It's a very about 14 minutes presentation where Steve Jobs walks through and talks about the core values of Apple. And one of the things I really like about that is that uh, the advertisement, the basic idea behind it was the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that really do, right? So, so while I'm going to do things like the four things I want to talk about during this live stream, which is something inspired, something experienced, something done, something learned. I think that the basic core idea is why I'm doing this, or the focus of this show is actually becoming a better version of ourselves, right? In any way, right? Becoming a better version of ourselves, and I think that will probably be one of the thematic focus that I want for this, right? So becoming better versions or becoming the best versions of ourselves. So that's why it may cover certain things in marketing, in personal development. Even I think even in the when I share about the gear, the tech gear and the setup and so on, right? That is also in line with this concept, which is becoming the best version of ourselves. I kind of shared earlier on before that I do have a regular podcast with another friend of mine, but in that podcast, I'm more like the interviewer and he's the content provider, right? But that particular show, again, we also learn along the way, and we have been increasing the production value. So I think that essentially is one of the key concepts or key ideas that I want to get across. So I am not 100% decided, cast in stone, but I think I have made some headway over the past number of days, becoming more introspective, becoming more sensitive to what I'm seeing or what I'm doing, and finding content for all of you who are putting up with me and maybe even joining me on the live and watching now, right? So I think that might be a good idea or good thematic for the show, which is becoming the best versions of ourselves. So again, I don't have a show name yet, so feel free to suggest one for me. Kind of gravitating towards 10 p.m. with BK, but I don't know yet. But if you have, some of you I know, I told you all the other day, right? Interestingly, I reconnected with a friend who now owns a media company. So I really like to pick his brain and learn more from him about even things like this. So that's what I want to do. So today is a lazy Sunday. Not sure why. Even in our hangouts just now, everybody was a bit more quiet and laid back. Maybe everybody is resting and recovering. So I have a quick question for you if you're listening to this. So do you start your week on a Sunday or do you start your week on a Monday? Right? Whenever you have the journal, calendar, the first question they always ask you is, do you start your start of week, is it Sunday or is it Monday? So maybe just for the audience, if you're listening to this, maybe you can comment and let me know, do you start your week on a Sunday or do you start your week on a Monday? So which is the start of the week for you, right? And because I also have been recently trying to do something called journaling, and journaling is also going to be a very interesting challenge for myself. I think when we were back in school, perhaps when we were students, in an effort to help us to write better and so on, a lot of times our teachers would give us an assignment to write a diary or journal entry every single day, right? But since leaving school, I don't think I've ever done it at all. But recently, I picked up a book on journaling, and it talks about the benefits of documenting our life, and I think it's actually very fascinating. So that's why it prompted me, because I downloaded an app on my. It is a mixture. It's both written and so it's still writing because it's on my iPad Pro, and I have a journaling app on my iPad Pro which I can use a Apple Pencil to write with. So it is still writing but digital platform, right? In fact, nowadays the iPad there's this screen protector. It's called Paperwhite, right? Which is which makes the iPad feel like paper. It's quite amazing, you know. So when you write on it, it feels like you're writing on paper. It doesn't feel like you're writing on a smooth glass surface. So that is why I'm using. So the reason why I asked this question is when I started the app, it asked me whether my week starts on Sunday or my week starts on Monday. I think it starts on Sunday for me. Sunday is more for reflection and planning, but obviously Monday is most people's start of the work week. So a week kind of, for me personally, the week starts on Sunday, but Sunday is more for introspection and planning, and then the actual work gets done on Monday. That is at least how I've been approaching it. What about you, right? So feel free to comment and let me know, right? And also let me know what you think about my a slightly more fleshed out structure that I want to do, and also the theme, which is becoming the best versions of ourselves. This will be the theme of the program or the show. If you agree or like that, then let me know as well, right? So happy Sunday, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Happy Sunday, and I wish you a great week ahead, right? Wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay productive. Thanks for joining me, and I see you tomorrow.